Mama help. Mama help. My head oh. Adesewa screamed. Mama answered, what happened, my daughter? Many years ago, in a dusty part of Ibadan, there lived a girl named Adesewa who believed that poverty was a personal insult from the universe. As such, she woke up every morning ready to fight poverty like an enemy in the boxing ring. She lived with her widowed mother, Mama Dupe, a gentle woman who sold fresh akara, bean cakes, and ogi, pap, by the roadside. Mama Dupe would wake up before sunrise every day, grind the beans, boil the pap, and shout hot akara. Fresh ogi, until her throat turned rough like sandpaper. Adesewa hated everything about that life. She hated carrying the large cooking bowls, hated the smell of hot oil and the market, and hated being called Mama Dupe's daughter, the Akara woman. She wished people would say, that is Adesewa, the slay queen with an iPhone 17 Pro Max. She constantly complained, posing like a mother and whispering dramatic speeches to herself, I was not born to suffer. I am an international product. I was meant for Dubai shopping and expensive perfume, not akara and sweat. When her mother tried to correct her, she would reply sharply, Mama, leave me. That's your poverty spirit, I reject it. I will be rich by fire, by frost. Meanwhile, her childhood friend Tolu seemed to have everything, new wigs, new weekend getaways, designer shoes, and photos inside fancy cars. Tolu always posted selfies with captions like, hard work pays, hustle silently, let results make noise. Every time Adesewa saw the post, she would scream, God, why me? Why am I still suffering when my mates are eating life? One Sunday afternoon, while scrolling through Instagram, Adesewa saw a video of girls dancing on a jeep and shouting, soft life or nothing. The caption hit her like a bullet, in this life, if you are broke, nobody rates you. Adesewa jumped up, crying, I refuse to be broke. Poverty will not disgrace me again. She stormed outside and announced loudly to her mother, Mama, I am tired of this nonsense life. All my mates are blowing. They are buying cars, buying wigs, eating shawarma, traveling to Dakar and Dubai. Look at me, I am still here selling akara like a village girl. I cannot do this anymore. Mama Dupe looked at her calmly and lovingly, saying, my daughter, calm down. Wealth that comes slowly lasts longer. A river begins with small drops, remember. Adesewa rolled her eyes. Mama, please keep your river proverb to yourself. I need ocean money. At that moment, her friend Chioma passed by and politely greeted them. Adesewa hissed at her, look at you, you are still doing lessons like a slave. If you don't make money fast, you will suffer. Chioma sighed, shortcuts destroy people, just calm down and be patient. Adesewa laughed like a hyena, patience. Patience is whose mother? Hard work is for cows. I want a soft life. Just then, Tolu arrived, wearing long eyelashes and holding a designer handbag big enough to pack cement. Adesewa screamed in admiration, Tolu, my friend, you look rich. Where did you get this bag from? It's the original Louis Vuitton, right? Tolu took her to a corner and winked slowly. Money has entered my life. I know someone who changes destiny overnight. Adesewa froze, her heart racing. Who? Please tell me. I am ready, I am tired of this akara life. Tolu smiled like the devil opening a promotion file and whispered, if you truly want to be rich, I will introduce you to Baba Jide. But you must be brave. This money is not for cowards. Adesewa's mouth opened wide. Coward? Me? Never. Tell me what to do, I can do anything. Tolu agreed, all right then, meet me tonight at my house. Adesewa followed Tolu down a dusty road that night, walking with exaggerated confidence. Tolu's phone rang, and she answered it with a fake foreign accent, hello darling, send the money to the other account. Yes, Purple Benz, no problem. Adesewa almost fainted from admiration. They arrived at a narrow street lined with abandoned buildings. The wind turned cold and heavy. Tolu swallowed hard and said, "Welcome. From here, no more fear, only forward." Adesewa covered her small fear with pride, replying, "Fear from where? I fear nothing." Tolu led her to a large, ancient gate made of rusted iron. Before Adesewa could ask questions, the gates opened slowly by themselves, creaking like a horror movie soundtrack. A tall man stepped out, dressed in a flowy white boboriga, holding a walking stick made from dark ebony wood. His eyes were sharp like a blade. Tolu bowed slightly. "Good evening, Baba Jide." Adesewa did the same. Baba Jide stared at her. "So you are the girl who wants to be rich overnight?" Adesewa's throat went dry, but she forced a smile. "Yes, sir, I am ready. I want to be successful, I want soft life." He studied her silently. "Do you have patience?" "No, sir," Adesewa replied confidently. "Do you fear death?" "No, sir," she lied. Baba Jide stepped closer. "Money comes from sacrifice, nothing is free. If you want to dine with wealth, you must sleep where wealth sleeps." Adesewa blinked. "Where is that, sir?" Baba Jide answered calmly, "The cemetery." Adesewa froze, but Tolu smiled. "Yes, my dear. It's just one night, from midnight till 5 in the morning. If you stay till the last second, wealth will follow you forever." Baba Jide raised one finger. "There are rules. No matter what happens there will be no crying, no screaming, no praying, no running, no phone, no lights, no talking to anything you see. If you break any rule, you belong to them." "Them?" Baba Jide nodded. "Yes, the dead." He handed her a small red cloth. "Place this on your head, sit near the fresh grave closest to the gates. Stay till dawn. If you survive, wealth will find you." Tolu hugged her. "I'm rooting for you. Don't worry, it's very easy." Baba Jide stared at Adesewa one last time. "Remember, the dead do not like fear." He then disappeared. That night, Adesewa stood outside the cemetery gates. Her legs were shaking, but her pride was stronger than her common sense. Tolu pushed her towards the iron gate and said, "Go now. Once you cross inside, don't look back, don't talk, don't run. Remember the rules." As she stepped inside, the gate slammed shut behind her. Boom! Tolu screamed and ran backwards in panic, leaving Adesewa trapped. She tied the red cloth around her head and sat on a low tombstone near the fresh grave. She tried to act strong, humming loudly, but then she heard footsteps, soft, dragging footsteps, as if someone was walking with heavy chains. Her phone switched off by itself. The footsteps stopped directly behind her. Adesewa froze, remembering the rule, "Do not look back." Then, a small, soft voice of a child whispered behind her, "Why are you sitting in my place?" Adesewa bit her lips until they bled to stop herself from screaming. The air turned colder, and she felt a small, ice-cold hand touch the back of her neck. Then she heard children laughing, but the laughter sounded wrong, mixed with crying. The earth beneath her shook slightly, and she heard knocking from inside the ground, as if someone trapped in a coffin was trying to escape. At 2:45 a.m. wailing turned into whispers chanting her name, "Adesewa. Adesewa." Then, a little girl appeared in front of her, barefoot, dragging a long metal chain. She tilted her head slowly and asked, "Do you think you are brave?" The girl lifted her face, but where her eyes were supposed to be, there were 2 empty black holes dripping blood. Adesewa screamed internally. The girl leaned forward and whispered, "You came for money, then come and take it." Suddenly, the fresh grave in front of Adesewa burst open, and a strong, invisible force pulled her backward. She kicked and struggled, screaming silently. Finally, fear choked her strength, and Adesewa screamed out loud, the loudest scream she had ever screamed in her life, "Help me now." The moment she screamed, everything went pitch black. Her body dropped unconscious beside the open grave. By sunrise, villagers found her lying at the cemetery gates, shaking uncontrollably, with foam coming from her mouth. They carried her home. When she finally woke 2 days later, Mama Dupe screamed, "Adesewa, my child, please talk to me." But Adesewa only stared blankly at the ceiling. When Mama Dupe touched her shoulder, Adesewa jerked violently. "Leave me. Leave me alone. They are pulling me," she screamed. She began laughing a long, terrifying laughter that did not sound human. She stopped laughing and whispered, "They are calling me. They want me back." Mama Dupe cried, "Who is calling you?" Adesewa pointed a trembling finger toward the door. "The children from the cemetery. They said I promised them. They want payment." Just then, Hawa, the old woman and blind cemetery guardian, appeared at the doorway. "Move aside. This is not your battle." Hawa walked straight to Adesewa and touched her forehead. Adesewa screamed as if hot oil was poured on her. Hawa shook her head slowly. "This one's greed has opened the door for spirits of the restless dead to come in. She has broken the rule." The scream connected her soul to theirs. "If we do not break the chain soon, they will take her completely." Mama Dupe grabbed Hawa's feet. "Please save my child. I will suffer anything." Hawa nodded, but from that day onward, strange things began happening. At midnight, children's voices sang lullabies in her room. Sand filled her mouth whenever she tried to eat food, and water turned bloody red when she tried to drink. The worst was the money that began appearing mysteriously on her bed, but the moment she stretched her hands to touch it, the bundle burst into flames and turned into ashes, burning her fingers. Adesewa screamed in agony. "Why is this happening to me? I only wanted a better life." Meanwhile, Tolu tried to run away from Ibadan because news had spread. As the taxi crossed a narrow bridge, the car suddenly burst into flames without warning, swallowing the car like an angry beast. When Mama Dupe told Adesewa about Tolu's death, Adesewa screamed in horror, "They have taken her. Now they want me next." That night, stood in the center of the room with Mama Dupe kneeling beside Adesewa. The lantern went out, and children's voices sang, "Adesewa, come and play with us, you promised." Adesewa's body lifted from the mat as if invisible hands were pulling her upward. A deep, layered voice spoke through her, "We want what belongs to us. She must come back." Hawa slammed her staff on the ground and shouted prayers fiercely, and Adesewa dropped heavily back onto the mat. The ghost child appeared. "She came to take money from the dead. She must pay." Hawa demanded, "What do you want?" The girl pointed straight at Adesewa. Her voice. Her pride. Her name. Mama Dupe cried, "She's my daughter, I forgive her with my whole soul." The ghost replied, "Then she must confess to everyone she hurt, to the world. Her shame must be as loud as her pride was." Hawa nodded. "She will confess." The ghost faded slowly, echoing her final words, "Let her live, but let her remember." 3 days later, the whole community gathered. Adesewa stood before them, trembling, and opened her mouth to speak, but no sound came. She tried again, still nothing. Hawa spoke for her, "The dead have taken her voice. It is the price of greed." Adesewa cried silently as Mama Dupe hugged her. However, from that day forward, Adesewa never spoke another word. She helped her mother sell Akara and Ogi quietly every morning, smiling at customers instead of frowning. Her life became a silent, humble lesson, a quiet warning to all against the destructive desire for fast wealth. Remember to subscribe, like and comment in the comment section below.